Today we are going to be building what is my version of the 70th anniversary Yamaha Banshee, so to say. And I want to start off by saying I'm not the first person to do this. I was thinking about this before they came out. When I seen the online renderings, honestly, I wasn't too crazy about the look. As you guys know, I did the 2023 60th anniversary and I made that into a Banshee, in which I thought was super cool because they based that off of like the retro colorways. I think the inspiration for that one came from like a 1993. But today we're going to be building up the 70th anniversary Banshee. I'm going to go and buy a brand new 2026 YFZ 450R tomorrow. One person will have the opportunity to choose between both machines, and whatever we're left with, we'll just run back to back. So if the person takes home the Banshee, we still have the 450. We'll run the 450 solely by itself. And lately, the giveaways have been selling out within like an hour. If you're not following us on Instagram, you gotta follow us on Instagram to stay up to date with what's going on. This one I already started assembling parts for, so we should get through it really quick. I think within 10 hours we'll have the Banshee completely done. I've already built the motor, in which I wanted to keep like a raw aluminum look, because the new machines, the motor is pretty much aluminum and silver. Stock from the factory, it's got a black bumper, black control arm, silver swing arm, red grab bar, trying to recreate that whole look into a Banshee to match what would be coming out of the dealership. That's the whole idea. So we're gonna jump right into it. Within the next 10 hours, we will have a Banshee on the ground with an engine tuned, ready to go.
I'm addicted to pushing shit to the limit. This illegal life I live it is hustling in my spirit. You niggas that never mirror the image, I'm different. Roam streets, proceed to roll weed and clock chicken. The plot thickens, the shit you niggas drop is not hitting. Been cream of the crop, I see no competition. It's lonely at the top, but I'm chillin'. Broke plenty hearts in my past. Shorty called me a villain. Shit happens, I was young and uninvolved. And from my point of view, I would never put you before the mob. Both playing poker, but I saw your cards. Beat all the odds, peace to all the guards in New York that's on it hard. Heavy in the trap, but the rap, my calling card. Never gonna slack on that, facts, I'm on my job. Caught a lob, then I broke the backboard. Before rap tour was getting packs off, no cap, Lord. $1 million dozen in my New York fitted. Tryna get it in a New York minute. Said I'm dead ass. If it's about the cash, then my crew all in it. These niggas frauds and we too authentic. We get the bread fast. $1 million dozen in my New York fitted. Tryna get it in a New York minute. Said I'm dead ass. If it's about the cash, then my crew all in it. These niggas frauds and we too authentic. We get the bread fast.
We're making good progress. I was able to find brand new pull-off wheels on Facebook Marketplace, which is like the icing to the cake of this build. Simply because the newer years have this sticker. I don't know if anybody remade those yet. I'm sure I could have designed it, but brand new wheels, brand new tires, 500 bucks, cannot beat that. So these are brand new off of a 2026 YFZ 450.
Somebody next, who it's gonna be, can't make no promises. Slide in the whip with the sunroof so my dog can hang out the top of it. I'm bought in designer shit, yeah. Wintertime Burberry goggle shit. She barely cook for you. Soon as she pull up on me, she begging to swallow it. Still getting better, made so much cheddar, forgot what regular problems is. Go back to the ghetto, my scars like a medal. The shots they sending anonymous. Clock, I knocked down a big hippopotamus. Quarterback giving them audibles. This how you should do it, this how you audible. Negative, your shit sound horrible. Yeah, whole lot of carrots. I can't see how you whole not embarrassed. And I put a bitch in the White House way before Kamala Harris. Landed Detroit, I hit a Bodie. I need some work, you got something to show me. Never go broke, y'all niggas know me. I get back the whips and get back the rolling.
36 of that OD, get back, ain't 100 clip in the road. Slid in that OD, niggas is OV, big ass stick, we a hit at the goalie. Still sending them OT, pay 20 but spend them for 4-3. Me and M in the low key, big lock 20 a hit like Mono Ginobili. We really the ones, touching the butt, put up Benny and gun, put a one on the one and we divvy the funds. Popping all that killer shit, gon' have to show me, yeah. Nigga robbed me for my kid, gon' have to blow me. Roping the Turkish, hope it was worth it. Now can't nobody be comfy or cozy. Your mommy can't go to no churches. Ain't no ring around the rose. Cakeling off the stove. Fuck with me is adios. Game time Arriva Dirty. Keep a pocket full of pose. Neighbors next door kinda cool, ones up the street kinda knows. Catch you lacking in the drug zone. My bullies revoking your G-pad.
Normally with the full restorations, as of like the past 2 years, I just run new exhaust systems simply because I don't have the time anymore to sit there and sand and polish. However, sometimes I'll get the exhaust Cerakoted. I had a set of T5s laying around that are Cerakoted. Everybody wants these, so I tend to keep them if they're not dented up, and then I just Cerakote them. And which works perfect for this build because from factory, the exhaust is Cerakoted, and then you have like a silver tip in which I'm gonna polish up the silencers. The expansion chamber and the mid pipe are gonna be Cerakoted, and I think it's gonna look real nice.
Hey yo, I got more rounds in your top 5 combined. It's the pound for pound king, we could go line for line. I ain't that rapper that's begging to be, son. I just get the math and dip, throw up the P, son.
Alrighty, folks. It is now the moment of truth. Will she start? We got an electrical system off of Banshee that came in a storage unit. It's never promising, but I have faith. Gotta love that. Gotta fucking love that. She definitely runs. The tail light is not working. The bulb might not be connected. There might not be a bulb in there, but one thing you can't buy is new bulbs. There's definitely a bulb in here. Let's see if I get another bulb. It'd be awesome if this worked. Now what I gotta do is bring these back to life so we could actually have a full exhaust system on it, which is not gonna be fun. They're honestly not that bad. They're not gonna be perfect because there's definitely a couple deep scratches in it in which I'm not gonna be able to get out, but it'll be shiny.
Rich dad, poor dad, I'd rather be the rich one. I turn what I write into income and then some. Creative minds become instrumental in the process of
This is why I don't do this shit. You see my face? That's why I don't polish stuff. Real nasty, nasty, nasty work. I'm fucking rolling up this cookies and cream fucking glizzy right here. Also, I want to state the obvious. Some people don't know this. If your Banshee sounds like popcorn, that is not a good thing. You need to change your fucking exhaust backing.
Till you know one, they hear me out in Poland. We making more runs, make the dough come like magnetic. They repair city, it's a pandemic. They all gimmicks, I'm all business. I'm all business. I'm all business.
Yeah. Wanna know just how I did this. The kid is all business. God is my witness. Fuck a friendship. Working and winning. My only interest is a sickness. I got dead people on my shit list. Infinite riches. Got bitches looking at me like I'm Idris. She into yoga, fitness, titanium nourishment. Back of the Bentley complimenting me on my gorgeous skin. Don't really need it, but sure, give me encouragement. Deep in my bag, gonna be mad when you see me out here flourishing, living, prospering. They fidgeting and jostling, twisting and posturing, whispering and gossiping.
Solid 9 hours. Obviously, all the hard work was done beforehand, so that's why it's so fast to do something like this, where normally it would be like 30, 40 hours, but came out pretty f***ing sick, I'm not gonna lie. Even with no plastics, this shit looks good. Was a little, I guess, worried, sort of say, about the mid-pipe. I think it actually ties together pretty well, and for the most part, I think it's covered by the rear plastic. White rear, white front, white gas tank, red cover. Waiting for the graphic kit, which will be here tomorrow, but for the most part, this thing's ready to rock.
30 minutes in the microwave, I'm hard like that. He ain't even got a plaque, how he ball like that? I got an app on my phone that I use to stretch. You so focused on me, got you dudes depressed. These not Cartier, just look at the lens. This the type of shit they give you when you cop this Benz. She hopped in and handed over, I look back with a grin. The hot tub in San Lorenzo, she hit for a band. This remind me of
the last missing piece to the puzzle. Actually, there's two missing pieces to the puzzle, but mainly the graphic kit in which I had overnighted last night. This is something that we took inspiration from, not the 450, but the Raptor, because I originally had planned to buy the Raptor. Same sort of concept. So it's got a carbon graphic on the actual ATV, followed up by like a red stripe, well, something like that. 70th anniversary, where the two-stroke twin would normally be, well, something like that. There'll also be like a red stripe underneath this as well. And then you have some of the tank graphics, which I believe go like this. We'll get these on here. Lastly, Bonzi Garage, in which I guess we're gonna start with this one right up front here.
I'm indulging in being a hustler, baby. I'm indulging cause money the motivator. Ain't indulging in nothing that's complicated. I'm indulging.
I used to pray that the trap didn't take me. I got bills on the way, I'm going crazy.
The final last piece here, we were just missing a lens because I had to use it for a cheaper giveaway. This Banshee is getting a brand new headlight setup. The only thing that's not brand new is the socket cord itself, because we have like an older style harness throughout the entire ATV.
I be on your side like stretch marks, yeah, I'm that hard. I am the one you can depend on, not a friend zone. Hit you when I touch down and I ain't talking end zone. Checking out the Rari Enzo to cut the
So we're having a little bit of clutch issues with this Banshee. Can't remember off the top of my head, but I know that recently I got an engine with a decent OEM basket, and normally I just put a billet basket in there. It's possible that that has some play, so I'm gonna pop this clutch cover off.
Trap house, I put a pid in it. When I got my second trap house, I put
that's why, bro. I'm missing a plate, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How the did I do that? See, I'm not perfect. I got on the bike, I'm gassing it down the strip, and it just fucking screaming, but it ain't going anywhere. This is the motor where I got the good clutch basket. It's definitely good. It's spinning as a whole. It's not moving just the basket without the gear. So we're gonna keep the basket. We'll let these soak in this oil for a little bit.
I'm a digit-scale user and you just a user, meaning you a customer to keep down the confusion. Preachers say we lust too much, see we seen prostitution.
Since I was missing that one plate, threw the whole adjustment out. Now that I have it correctly, I gotta adjust the screw right here. You see how far backed out it is? That'll go in so much more to the point where you probably won't even see the majority.
Random school kids, hood or traumatized, you carry hammers like a toolkit. They ask me how I'm surviving around all that bullshit. I'm indulging in being a hustler, baby. I'm indulging cause money's the motivator. Ain't indulging in nothing that's complicated. I'm indulging.
Now that we have everything back together, what we're gonna do is go back to the airstrip where we test them, and hopefully we have no more problems, because the last thing I wanna be doing is taking apart that clutch cover for a second time. My mistake, I only put 6 of the friction plates. I don't even know how I missed that, because normally I'm on point with everything, but this just goes to show I'm a human being, I make mistakes, and I'm showing you guys what will happen in a situation like that. We're gonna go and test it, make sure everything is good, shoot a couple, B-roll and ASMR videos. This will be going to its new home. Make sure you're following Bonzi Garage on Instagram if you wanna enter for an opportunity to win something like this, and we're always gonna draw the winner live on our Instagram. It's limited to 200 spots, so the odds of you winning it somewhat reasonable. It's not like a t-shirt giveaway where there's a million fucking entries. Can't tell you how many people have won multiple machines. Like they win one, and then a couple of months later, they're coming to pick up the second one. We're gonna go to the airstrip, test it out, make sure everything is good, and then this one is actually going to Connecticut. So somewhat local, but I told the person, like, we still have to film with it, and I just wanna make sure everything is A1 before you come and pick it up. So we did a winner's choice giveaway. You had the opportunity to take home the 2026 YFZ 450R or this. I couldn't believe it, but the person took home the 450. This is what we were left with, and it sold out with under 24 hours. So really, really quick.
Old school with the AC clock. It's a good day to get some paper. It's head on.
We're back at the strip now. Already went up and down a couple of times. She's definitely 100% better. It came out amazing. When it's next to that YFZ 450, and which you guys will see in just a couple of seconds, it's like so on point and looks like it just came out of the dealership with the 450. One thing I would do differently if I were to do it again, silver or raw aluminum covers, because the whole motor on YFZ and the Raptor is that aluminum and then silver. If somebody wants to replicate this bike to be like more spot on, I would say definitely just make it silver. Overall, I think this one came out really good. The people loved it. You guys watching this video now can vouch that it came out fucking sick. So we're gonna ride it up and down a couple of times. If anything needs to be adjusted, obviously I'll do that before the winner comes and picks it up. I normally don't buy like an OEM rebuild kit for the kickers, but I wanted to try it and see if it stops it from rattling, because I can't tell you how many times I've rebuilt a Banshee kicker and it still fucking rattles. Well, prime example of that. That's a full OEM rebuild kit in the kicker and she still rattles. A lot of people were messaging too, like, what is the color red that you used? I believe it's an A-static red, a prismatic powder color. I'm about 98% sure that is the color. The silver is always alien silver. Majority of the black color on this machine is a semi-gloss black. Those are the colors that I use consistently. I've said it so many times in the build videos. Alien silver, it's a prismatic color, semi-gloss black, prismatic color, and then now this A-static red. Brakes work real good. Going from that 04 LE that we just did to this, it's fucking night and day difference. On that build, we used a set of YFZ 450 front calipers. It is game changer. If you have the budget to do it, I highly recommend it. It's gonna cost you about $1,000 with the YFZ 450 front master, which is on this machine. Calipers is a game changer, dual piston. If you could do it, do it. Reason why we didn't do it on this one, obviously we're trying to stay within a certain budget. That is the 70th anniversary Banshee We're not the first to do it, but I think we hit it spot on. I built a lot of the stuff off camera. The whole motor I built off camera, which is a stock motor. It's got a brand new hot rod crank, Y-scope pistons, 65mm bore. The cylinders are OEM. The cylinder head is OEM. I just vapor honed those, in which I've been doing a lot, and I think it looks really, really good. The hubs I built off camera. Front control setup I built off camera. The swing arm, I put all the bearings in. So that's why you didn't see all that stuff. The carburetors I did as well. But like I said, I didn't plan on filming a video with this one. And that's why it was fairly quick, sort of say, not as in-depth as the previous ones. The next couple of builds that you guys will see are gonna be sick. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow us on Instagram so you don't miss out on opportunities like this giveaway and the YFZ 450 that we had to match it, and which you'll see in just a couple of seconds. Comment down below, give us some ideas for some good themed Banshees, something that's gonna stand out, something that somebody else hasn't done already. I've got plenty of ideas, but I'm always open to ideas and making cool shit come to life. That is the whole idea with Bonzi Garage, is just making the Banshees that never existed come to life. Stay tuned for more sick builds to come. Thank you guys for watching.
I shake it, something like a bad habit. We ain't have it, we gon' take it. Came up off a 50 slab, now my bad biggest yapers. Workers begging me for time off, asking me for raises. Took me since I was the counting, bubble wrap it up and tape it. All my bitches want a loan, plug asking me for favors. I've been out of town so long, had to get reacquainted with the neighbors on the block. All this cash we been raking.
Way before the rap when I was writing verses. We was beating up the Ike like I was Tina Turner. We was loading up the Glock and filling up the hearses. Now I'm preaching like it's Sunday, trying to teach the sermon. Trying to teach them how to get it, fill up their mama's purses. So they ain't standing in front of the judge, listen to the verdicts. Cause we was standing on the block, thugging with the serpents. Get caught with Curtis, blow on me and they gon' close the curtains.
$1 million cars, you can't merge it. Bass guy, how I got my curse lift. She gon' play a part so well you